Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today we have sort of a combo pack here for you. We're going to talk about this a little bit. We're going to talk about this a lot. This is the C200, like a micro compact night vision, digital night vision setup from DNT Optics. It is the C200. This thing has more features than I know what to do with. So let's get into it. When I say this thing has more features than what I know what to do with it, that means that I am going to put something in the pinned comment where you can go look at the entire spec and feature list, because I don't have time in this video to go through every little thing about it. It's got a lot going on. I'm going to hit some of the internal features and some of my use case and some of what I think are the most upfront and forward-facing features that people will probably use the most. And again, you can look at the link below in the pinned comment and check out the rest. With that said, DNT did send this out to the channel. They have sent a couple other things out to the channel before, and I've always been impressed with what they've offered. When it comes to this, the light and the optic, there are a couple things I would change. We'll get into those later in the video. And also, if you want to support the channel, check out Rise Armament. Code RTT20 gets you 20% off of anything Rise Armament. I have the Patriot trigger in this gun, and I have a number of different Rise triggers and different guns in my collection, and I've been using them for years, since before I ever had a relationship with them. It really helps out the channel. Also, if you want to help out the channel, hit like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Let's get into the optic. Quick specs about the optic is this thing does three things. It's a transformer. It is a standalone night vision scope, which is how I have it set up right now. It can be used as a clip-on in front of like an LPVO or scope to turn your standard scope into night vision, and it can be used as a flip to the side magnifier with an automatic on-off as you flip it back and forth. So already this thing offers a ton of stuff. It is IPX7 rated. Again, it is digital. Uses an 18650 flat top battery. It is 1:6 zoom, and that is done through this turret right here. The turrets and buttons on this are very easy to navigate, and that's one of the things I've noticed about DNT's stuff that I've used is their menu system seems to be very easy to navigate. You have a very simple on-off button here. You have a button behind there, which is your record button. It has 32 gig of internal memory space, but that is your record button. It is also the button you use to change things like your different visual settings, like the colors being white phosphor, green phosphor, full color, and black and white. We'll get into those in a minute. And then the top turret here, you push and hold a button on this, gets you into the menu, and then menu selections this way. When you're not in the menu, this is your zoom. Very easy to operate. On top of that, on the back here, you have a diopter. On the front, you have a focus lens, and it is quick detach. So on the single 18650, this has about a 6 or 8 hour runtime, depending on your use, of course. And it has a field of view of 27 yards by 48 yards. So it's a rectangular viewing window in there at 100 yards. This is digital, which means this is essentially a camera. They do advertise this as an action camera as well, meaning just like your cell phone, just like the camera that I'm recording on, the camera picks up what you're seeing, what it's seeing, and outputs it on another screen. Now I have it in this configuration right now. This has been my favorite configuration to run it. If you're a hunter, I think that obviously a clip-on configuration would probably be the most advantageous to you. And then if you're running a red dot, the flip to the side magnifier works well. It has a bit of a delay when you flip it over and it turns itself back on, which is sort of one of the downfalls of digital night vision, is there's delays, some latent delays in some of the actions versus analog. But if you're looking for the quickest response, just like any analog standard magnifier, this isn't going to give you that. This is, again, going to have a bit of a delay when you flip it over into magnification mode or the flip over magnifier. Is also Wi-Fi compatible, has on this side just has a USB-C port to plug into your computer to download photos and videos from it, and there is a DNT app where what this sees you can see on your phone. To the light is fine. It's not very big. It's about Surefire Scout size. It does not have a pigtail for any sort of a pressure pad. It has a push cap here, right? And it works out to reasonable distances. While and on 6X, looking a couple hundred yards out on the mountain in the middle of the night, did this give me some extra light out at 100, 150 yards away? A little bit. I would really say that this light is really more useful for that like 0 to 50 yards distance with this light. Now, one of the things I would change with this light is I would probably have a pressure pad because I do like that. But also, it comes as Picatinny rail mount only. The industry has moved to M-LOK mounts. So I didn't have any. I actually had to go buy a package of pick rails to add to a gun in order to put this on. I would just like to see this, just like Surefire, just like Streamlight. They come with the option of having both either pick rail or M-LOK for the mount. I'd like to see this have an M-LOK mount. That's probably the only real big thing that I would change about the light. Going back to the optic, it has some really cool internal features. Again, I'm not going to go through everything. You can see some of it in what I'm going to supply to you in the pinned comment. It has variable reticles from a BDC reticle, a square box reticle with a center dot in it, and it has what they call a post reticle, which is essentially a dot with three lines. Multiple colors, I think yellow, green, red, white, and black, multiple colors. Just like the rest of the DNT stuff, you can zero with it. It has one-shot zeroing, very easy to do on an XY axis. Again, accessing it through this menu option and just clicking and finding, watching your reticle move. Easiest for me being having it in a stable platform like this, shooting once at a cardboard target, and then just moving my reticle to it and follow-up shots to fine-tune it. Very easy to zero. Now, for clip-on mode, I was using it with the Riton 1 to 10, and I will say that 1 to 10 is a bit much for this thing. After all, you are looking through a scope and then through a television screen, essentially. I found that up to about 5, maybe 6 power was the maximum clarity for using this as a clip-on with an LPVO. I haven't used it with like a 3 to 9 or anything like that, so I can't comment to that. But when it comes to an LPVO, as I was going up through the settings, through the magnification settings, 1 was great, 2 was great, 3, it started degrading though at 5, 6, right in that area. At 10, I'm going to call it pretty much unusable as a clip-on 10 power if that's the size of scope that you have. Now, as far as my use case goes, I'm impressed that they fit basically everything that was in the Zulus into here and added the ability for a clip-on and a flip-to-the-side magnifier. The magnifier mount changes with a couple of torque screws, very easy, but I'm impressed the performance of this, the clarity of this, the longevity of use of this in such a tiny package. This, I don't know if you can tell, but it's not much bigger than a standard flip over magnifier. Just a quick note, if you choose to get something like this, if you're in magnifier mode, flip over magnifier mode, I screwed myself up with this. Change it before you change the base. So if you're in magnifier mode, you flip over magnifier mode and you want to change the base to either this or the clip-on, change it to whatever it is you're going to use it for first. There's a little rubber button in the bottom of this, so when it flips over, the button releases. When it flips back, the button pushes up, right? Well, when you put it on this base, like I have here, and you still have it in magnifier mode, that button is sticking down, so it thinks it's off. And I kept trying to turn it on, kept trying to turn it on. So my bad. Learning lesson that I'm sharing with you is change the mode before you change the base. Now, as far as clarity goes, my use case, I think that the daytime use of this, using it as just a scope with the daytime full color setting, it's like looking through a 4K TV. I'm not getting any delays. I'm not getting any sort of weird anomalies in the screen or anything like that. In daytime mode, it's extraordinarily clear. At night, daytime mode sucks. It's just not made for it. The IR light doesn't affect it as well, all that stuff. In nighttime, the white phosphor and the green phosphor, in my opinion, are the two highlights of it. The black and white works well, but I think those other two, I was able to dial everything in better for better clarity with both of those, no matter the brightness setting that I was at, because it does have multiple brightness settings, which of course in tandem with the light, you'll figure it out. But in white phosphor and green phosphor, I really think this thing shines at pretty good distances. Again, some of the B-roll I'm sure you guys have seen rolling over the film or rolling over the video, you're seeing parts of the mountain that are 300-400 yards away, and I'm still getting clear view of rocks on the hillside, of the saguaro cactus, bushes, things like that, even at night. And so at distance, this is performing very well. If you're hunting hogs, coyotes, something like that, you're definitely going to be able to make any of those sort of mid-size, especially large size, but mid-size animals out with this at distance. So with all that said, to the YouTube sensors, I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling any regulated goods, and I'm not promoting any sales. I'm just giving the viewer all the information they could possibly need for educational purposes so they can make the decision on their own. Please stop messing with me. The combo kit, the flip to the side combo kit, which means you get this, which is the fixed mount that doubles as either the scope mount or the clip-on mount, and you get the flipped over magnifier mount for about $770. Now, if you add the light or anything else, that changes things, but for about $770, you get a very compact, feature-rich, really clear, like really usable, little scope that does three things, a little transformer. So, sort of cliche, but you're sort of getting three optics in one. Now, does that fit your needs? Well, that's going to be up to you. I think for me, if I had two scopes sitting in front of me that had almost all the same features about it, one was this big, right? One was this big, and the other was this big. I personally am going to go with the little one, just because it's lighter, takes up less rail space, and so on. So I think they did a really good job here. And that's it for the DNT C200 and IR light. Again, I know we didn't touch on this much because it's just an IR flashlight. There's not a whole lot to say about it, but all the specs will be in the pinned comment for anything that I skipped over, anything that's too much of a mouthful, or some of the stuff that I admittedly just don't understand the benefits of various things when it comes to cameras and night vision and things like that. I don't understand some of the technical stuff, so there it is. Thank you to DNT for sending this out to the channel, and thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. You guys that have watched to the end are the heroes of the channel. It means a lot. I know you don't realize it, but watching videos all the way through like this is very impactful to the algorithm. Leaving that comment, having a back and forth with me, engaging with me, all helps with the video's reach. And so I appreciate you guys that are sticking around to the end. Again, check out Rise Armament. RTT20 gets you 20% off on anything they have. That really, really helps out the channel. It really, really does. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you later.